Thank you very much, Selena. So we've got a few here. We've got 3 attendees, but I can't see the rest of you. But I can just start with good morning or good afternoon or good evening for those who are joining us today in this open day. My name is Radi Haloub. I'm the program leader and Deputy Director for Education in Global Business School for Health, the first dedicated business school for health. I am the program leader for Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management. And, over the last few years, last year we started this course and we've got students joining this course this year. We inspired and we make some changes to how we perceive the pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals are the engines of healthcare industry. They are, those who help patients and supply medicines and services to doctors and healthcare professionals and the agents, hospitals, governments with demands and needs. It's not necessarily that we have the innovation as everything. It's all about what we can do with that and how we manage these changes. I am making this call from my house, from my office in my house. And I will start sharing my screen. But of course, if you have any questions, please just put it in the chat. We've had Selena here with me as well, following up. If there are anything that you have in mind, or maybe you would like to speak, by all means, I'm more than happy for you to put your hand up and ask the question you have in mind. Is that all right with everybody? So let me just start with the slides that are prepared for you. Can you see my slides? If there is like a yes in the chat, so yes, I can see some slides here. I can see some yeses. So welcome to the Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management. The Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management is a different type of the world in the business. It's much more complicated than the normal one, and that's why we are teaching this type of management. We adapt the skills that is needed by the Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management. So what is this all about and why I'm doing what I'm doing? I'm not sure if you can see me here. I'm not sure. Let me just use that. Oh, sorry. So that's me here, and this is the first cohort of Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management. And if you look closer, you will find those participants came to the UK from 17 different countries. That is September 22 last year. And this year, we've got students coming from more than 30 different countries. So it is quite impressive to see how much there is a demand for biotech and pharmaceutical management, and how this demand can be translated into number of students coming to the the Global Business School for Health. So we are the first business school in the world totally dedicated to educating the next generation of health and healthcare management leaders. We provide insights of what are the needs in the market. We look at things from different perspectives. We have people with us from industry who tell us what type of assessments we need to do, what type of direction we need to focus on, and how this will going to impact the industry in general. We reimagine the global healthcare, global healthcare management, and we look at the challenges from business perspective. I teach my students saying, in the brain, we've got two sides, the left and the right side. And I focus too much on that connection. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I've done my degree in pharmacy. So my first degree is actually as a pharmacist, but since then I started to work in the management level, in leading teams, and getting involved in the drug registration and marketing and commercialization. So I can understand where this is coming from and what are the needs for health professionals to be involved in the business mindset. We would like to inspire the healthcare professionals and to promote the public good. most, not most, all the photos that you see are my students. So this is Millie. She is in the now working in one of the corporate positions in one of the generic companies here in the UK. This is Sai. He's a consultant. This is Max. He's in now currently in Hoffman La Roche. I can't see the rest, blurry a little bit. So I know my students one by one. So we look at we advance your knowledge in biotechnology and pharmaceutical management and pharmaceutical sector from business perspective, from business development and management perspective. We focus on the managerial sides, right? We've got the innovation, we've got the good product, we design the best molecule in the world, but we can't really launch it anywhere. So where did that tell us? Where did that take us? It take us nowhere. It stays in the lab. It was built in the lab and it will stay there. So the only way of doing that is to understand the forces that are driving the science and business interaction to make up these dynamic sectors. And we focus on the pharmacoeconomics as an angle for the changes in the market. We have changes in the market every year. We're aging every year. We have increase in certain diseases. We have issues about the managing chronic diseases like hypertension and diabetes. So these type of diseases would need some sort of monitoring. We're going to teach you that in the pharmacoeconomics. And this program, if you would like to start up your own business or you would like to join an existing biotech pharmaceutical company, then that is also available. The program overview, the cost of 18,000 in the UK local and 32,100 for overseas students. This is available full-time for international students, 12 months. That's subject to visa regulations, of course. And part-time for local students is offered 24 months. So the admission, we have the criteria for admitting students to this course. The UK degree in health, science, business, economics. So we've got students from different backgrounds. Some students, they did veterinary medicine and they would like to start up their own business in manufacturing. Some of the students, they got economics background. Some of them, they work in banks to fund science-oriented companies. So we have a real mix of experience in the classroom. And joining this tab of students, you will learn a lot from each other. You will understand the variations and the differences between us, and you will understand, coming from 30 different countries this year is quite phenomenal. And I would like to emphasize how much we learn about each other. English requirements for international students. We're looking for IELTS unless you are graduated from here in the UK. So if your first degree here from the UK, we don't need IELTS within 24 months. But if not, then you have to apply for IELTS, and it is an overall of 7 and not less than 6.5 in each sub-test. I would strongly request you to invest in your personal statement, and I need one reference. Your personal statement is, why do you want to join the course? Why this course is important to you? I read everything when you submit your application. So I managed to, I remember the name of the students who submitted, and I look at their personal statements. I look for their future. What do they want in this course? Is this course really good for them? It's my responsibility to guide you throughout the process and to make sure that you are in the right direction. And when I say it's my responsibility not to choose the choice of the course, it's also to decide your direction in your career and how your career will flourish after graduation. This is really important aspect that I'm keen to help you with generally at GBSH. Again, more students. We've got Laura, we've got Candice. Those students, they are coming from different countries, as you can tell. They are, this course is designed for those who are already in biotech or pharmaceutical, and they would like to build up or to cross the borders to become in the management section. and to make decisions. We will teach you the art of making decisions. It's actually one of the best component we've got in the course. And you may work in the consultancy capacity. We've got a few students who are currently, so we've got a few students in Germany, a few students in Japan. We've got 2 students from Japan last year. We've got also students from China. Now they work in China. One of them secured internship in Hoffmann-La Roche in Switzerland. So there are a lot of activities that we are basically likely to be engaged with. And your ambitious in bringing specialist knowledge to your clients is very important. We want you to be involved in that level of interaction. This versatile degree is ideal for a range of individuals who want to work in biotech and pharmaceutical firm, or maybe to start up through an established corporations. More photos. So as you can tell, these are from different countries. So Leo, he's from Germany, Elizabeth from Germany, Max from France, Millie local. I can't see that. I think she's from Sri Lanka, Rika, and that is Ran. As you can see, I'm very much engaged with my students. I love them. I am always in touch with them and to see how they are doing every once in a while. And you can see me here in the middle somewhere. So it's a 1-week induction that enables students to focus on personal development, personal and professional development. And you are invited to complete an unassessed self-paced course on global health before the start of the course. The structure is 180 credits, is divided over 3 terms, term 1, 60, term 2, 60, and term 3, 60 credits. Term 1, you will have clinical trials, which is 30 credits, and you will have 2 modules, managerial practices and policies that I teach, and the pharmacoeconomics in term 1 as well. Term 2, we have the commercialization, supply chain, market equity, and there's also commercialization of research ideas in term 2. And term 3, we're going to mainly focus on the business and the research project. So the business project is to develop a new idea for a drug or a biotech from analysis and trials, or maybe a trial stage, to the business plan. So you start with something, you start with an idea, you start with a demand that there's a need for the product, and then you have to literally provide a presentation about how you would like to sell this to investors, how you go through it. We've done Dragon's Den this year. We've got about 14 participants across the UK, and we shortlisted 3, and 3 of these were GBSH students. And the shortlisting process was done externally as well. So we've got also investors, Jeff from Australia, and we've got Hassan. So we've got a few investors in the area who judge these projects and make sure that students will be able to stand up in front of the investors and to present their business plan. The research project is quite different, where we have a topic of a choice that combines learning from program. It's a desk-based research to create original piece of research. So the research here, we're going to teach you how to spot the gap in the methodology, how to spot a gap in the literature review, and how this can be translated into a full piece of work at the end of the year. Scholarships, and that's really exciting as well. We've got a wide range of scholarships. There are some UCL scholarships available on the website, so please follow up on the websites to find some funds, but we highlighted 2 main scholarships here: Women Health Leaders Scholarship, and we have Global Healthcare Leaders Scholarship. For Women Health, it's up to £5,000, and it's for female students who demonstrate leadership potential, prepare students to move into senior management or consultancy role. Or maybe we have up to £5,000 pounds for global healthcare leaders, and that is basically for all leaders, for all students, whether you are from the UK, Africa, Asia, South America, for exceptional leaders and potential. And you have to make the application first. So you have to get the approval, you have to secure a place, and then you have to apply for the scholarship. So take advantage of that. That's really good. It's really good and very encouraging and promising type of support to students for those who would like to continue their studies. Again, we've got more scholarships that is available across the UCL. So please have a look. We've got also the direct loans from US federal funding. Also, you can find, you will have access to all these through the website. So please search for the website on these scholarships. Maybe you are eligible to apply, and that will be a win-win situation. For the various international students, we have Cleveland, we have Commonwealth, we have Fulbright, we have all these type of courses available for students. And please have a look at this website as well to find a scholarship of your own choice. I'll have to say these are not my students. It looks like there's a business meeting. So it's a one-week induction of the program, focused on your personal and professional development throughout the year, full program events. We have also career festival that's offered to all students. Also in term 1 and term 2, we have also in the business project, I forgot to mention that you will be allocated to industry mentor who will tell you exactly what is, how to move forward in your career and how you link your business project into your career and your future. How this will going to help you in writing your professional statement. We also have career coaches and we have industry events. We've got people coming from the industry talking to you. They are actually keen to learn more about you, and because there are so much opportunities about the internships. We do not promise that as a global business school for health, but there are so much opportunities available that you can pick from London. London is the capital of the world, and you can literally go anywhere. And we also have UCL Career Services, Innovation Enterprise Services, and US Alumni Networks. All these are accessible. Follow me on LinkedIn. You can always find details about what I do and what are the events that are available. I always tag GBSH in what I do. So follow GBSH, follow me if you for these type of events. And again, we have career destination, so you can go for health consultancy. The big fours are here in London, so PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst & Young, McKinsey, Boston Consultancy Group. Boston Consultancy is literally across the road from Bloomsbury. And all others, they are available here near the UCL East, actually. So you can always reach out and we can put you in touch with those. So we have, unless you would like to go for the management roles within the big pharma, biotech, public or private sector, in the NHS, BUPA, WHO. So all these are your targets. All these are your target audience. All these are your target destination. And companies within the pharma sector, AstraZeneca, Sanofi, GlaxoSmithKline, they are all here. Or maybe you would like to go for startup markets in different direction. So career destination is quite wide. It depends. I understand that there are different needs and different demands for each one of us. I treat all my students as different institutions. Each one of you is unique. Each one of you is different in their skills, and each one of you can offer something different to their organization. There we go. More of my students. We've got she's from Japan. Just a minute. We've got Sophia, and we've got she's from Nigeria, if I remember correctly, and we've got that student from Japan. I will remember the names now. I miss these, I miss my students. They finished now. They are now busy. So yeah. So the student union, we have student union, club, societies. Please take advantage of that. Take advantage of all these activities. We have 200 clubs and societies, more than 70. One of my friends, his son is studying at UCL, and he told me how much his son is very engaged with all these activities. and how much this is really supportive. We also have volunteering, student support, well-being, and the student union advice services. That's all available for students. That's all available for you, and all these services are only available for students. So take advantage of that. I'm not sure how many of you have been to London, or maybe you live in London already, but the east side of London has changed massively. This is the One Pool Street, as you can see here. So that's the other side, and that's the Marsh Gate. I'm not sure if you can see this. So that's the stadium is probably somewhere here, and that is where we live. This is the Marsh Gate building. It's a huge one. And we have the One Pool Street, where we have the accommodation for students on the top. It's a nice view, nice rooms, and it is literally across the road or across the canal from the Marsh Gate. So it's a set of art facilities. It's the heart of Olympic Park in Stratford. So it's here. And we have Westgate. We have some malls around the corner. It's not there, but it will be on the left side. So exciting new student accommodation. Students are taking photos, and they shared it with me when they joined. They're excited, and it's a really good destination for cultural, educational purposes. Living in London and studying in London is quite a nice experience. Shopping, we have Westgate Shopping Centre. It's literally 8 minutes from Stratford to St Pancras International. There's a walking distance from Marshgate to Stratford Station. That's probably taking you about 12 minutes, or maybe to Stratford International. There's another train stop that will take 8 minutes to St Pancras, which is the middle, at the center of London. Sport facilities, use the park and access local venues, London Aquatic Centre and Cooper Box Arena. So all these are available for students. I would say living in London is amazing. It's the home of UCL Bloomsbury. A lot of tourist attraction, sports event and facilities, park and greeneries. So there's a lot of activities that you can do in London, and I would like to encourage you, to go out and spend some time in the city and have a look around in London to enjoy it. We also have upcoming events coming. Again, all my students here. She found a job in Bristol Mass Squibb. Also she's one of my graduates. She's one of my students. She's great. So we've got also the Executive MBA Health. We've got the DBA, Executive MBA on the 17th of October. The DBA is the 20th. The 23rd for the UCL MBA Health, and there are some other more events available on the website. Questions and answers. There we go. The same photo that Leo, Rika, Elizabeth, Melly, Max, they're all here. So any questions, please put that on the chat. I will have a look now in the chat, and if we are unable to answer your questions, please go back to the admissions gbsh@ucl.ac.uk. So I'll stop sharing now. I'll stop sharing my screen in a minute. There we go. Stop sharing. There we go. Well, we've got 12 participants here, which is fantastic. So I'm opening the floor now for questions. Please use the chat, or maybe you can raise your hand, and I will look at the questions one by one and to answer yours. Meanwhile, and again, if you would like to speak, Selena is here. We can give you access to talk to me as well if you don't want to type your question. So hi, so it is from anonymous attendee. I saw that there is no requirement of submitting CV. So is the CV submission compulsory in the application? No, it's not. What we need is basically your statement, your personal statement, and we want just to know about you, know about the motives, about how exciting to join this program, and why do you think this program is for you. So there's no need for the CV. we will definitely need your CV after you join. So we'll make sure that your CV is attractive and your CV is good enough to compete in the marketplace. So in the submission point to join, there's no need for the CV, just the personal statement. The second question is from Maria. Can the reference be an academic referee? Yes, it can be an academic referee. It can be someone from practice if you work with someone. So we'll accept all type of references as long as that person would know you and they will tell us exactly what you're after and how your career would evolve after joining the course. As I said, I'm not here just to tell you join the course. It's just I'm here just to tell you how much this course is important. There's a demand for it. That's what we are trying to say to the students. So a reference from academic career can be any type of reference. So let's have a look if there are more questions. Any more questions? At around what time does the decision come? So that's a very good question. I'll have to say, Maria. So when you make the application, we tend to process these applications as soon as possible. So sometimes it goes through 5 stages. Okay, it sounds a long process, but it is not. So when you submit the application, the system will going to tell you to submit this and submit that. Then someone will look at your paperwork. So the first step is the submission, and then the second one into the where the admission team are going to have a look at your paperwork and to make sure that there are no missing documents. They might bounce back and tell you, oh, hang on a minute, you didn't submit that document. Can you please make sure it's submitted? So once we have the paperwork, it goes to me. And that's the step number 3. The step number 3, where I go through the paperwork, I go through the statement, and that's really important. I start with the statement. And I look at the qualifications that you've got and make sure that you're basically within the entry criteria, within the threshold. I call it threshold of going or joining the course. And then I make a decision. I send it back to the admissions, and then the admissions will kind of communicate that to you. So these are the 5 stages. So when you receive that, between the submission point and receiving the decision, it might take up to 8 weeks. We're trying to reduce that time now, but that is the lead time. Just remember, UCL is one of the biggest universities in the UK. We've got more than 50,000 students. So the admissions teams are extremely busy with other courses as well. But we are trying to prioritize our courses as much as we can, Maria. But when you submit, it's really nice if you can drop me an email, because you attended now the open day, just to remind me that you've submitted the application, and you can send me the reference and I can pick that up from the admission teams. We've got also another question. Is there any specific bachelor degree that is eligible for this program? I am a veterinarian working in a pharmaceutical industry, preclinical trials team. Will this be a problem? Actually, no. We accept all students from different backgrounds. We accept all students from different bachelor's degrees. So it is science and non-science related, even business related, can attend and can join the program. We've got another question about, thank you for this session, sir. Thank you very much for coming. Could you explain a little more about personal statement and career fairs in the university? That's a very good question. So the personal statement is answer the following questions. Who are you? Why do you want to join the course? So this is recorded. You can listen to the recording again. Who are you? What are the motivation? And basically how this will gonna complete your competence and power to the marketplace. So I would like you to think about your career before submitting to this course, and to make sure that you have a clear plan. We will help you if your plan is to amend your plan a little bit, but it is, submitting without getting a plan done beforehand, that will take you longer to find your direction and to find your path. But what we need from you is basically to think about it from personal statement. If I want to submit this, what I want others to know about me, why do I want to join this course? The career fairs at the university, we invite practitioners, we invite companies. We will have exhibitions. I think Selena can share with you some of these photos. So last year we've got about, I don't know, 14 or 15 companies joining, and we've got these interactions with students. So the students can ask questions about their career and their future, and that is the time for you to find your direction. Regarding the experience, is there any work experience required for the course, or are internships enough? No, this course does not require experience. You can join directly, literally after graduation from your undergrad degree. So it is not required, neither the job experience or internship. Having said that, the internship will gonna give you some sort of insights about the course, about the contents, so you will become much more engaged with us. But it's not one of the requirements to join the course. Is there any restriction for personal statement in terms of how long it should be? The ideal personal statement is 1 page, 1.5 pages. Never write more than that. After a while, people will gonna find it difficult just to follow up with you. So I would strongly recommend, whether this is to apply for this job or to apply for this course or to apply for jobs in the future, personal statement, make it really robust and crisp. You nailed it from the beginning. So this course will help me to do that. It adds to my experience to my undergrad degree in biochemistry. It provides me open doors for me to join X and Y and Z pharmaceuticals. I aim to start up my own business in 10 years. So this type of personal statement I would like to read. I'm giving you here some hints. Hi, Professor. When would the application be open? That's a very good question. Yesterday there was a discussion about that, and I think we will start by November, October, end of this month, early next month. Keep an eye on the website and also keep us involved. I'm more than happy to check that officially from the admission teams. Does the university help with placements directly apart from the fairs? I don't know, what do you mean by help? So the placement is not part of the course. So when you join the course, we cannot guarantee a placement for you. We have so many students and it is really difficult to guarantee a placement. But if you say, help means finding, like thank you. Selena answered. The application will be open next Monday, the 16th. Thank you, Selena. So starting from next week, the applications will be open. So regarding the placement, the placements directly, are not part of the course, but we will help you. I usually have a group of emails where I will send the emails to all students. All my contacts, they will say, oh, I need 1 or 2 students to come and help me in doing this and doing that. So I put that in an email, I send it to everybody. And it's you now to find, to compete with your colleagues or to compete with others to find your job. And of course, the first, we're going to really help you to understand how the market dynamics work here in the UK. I wanted to say something about the jobs. A lot of the students who already out of 62 students who started last year, I've got, I think, about 20 of them, they already secured jobs literally before the summer. They already found jobs. There is a very high demand for the market is really hungry to get more graduates who are basically engaged in the science and the business mindset, which is very rare to be available in the market. Thank you for the nice. Thank you very much. I found that venture capital was not mentioned under the career destination. I'm curious because venture capital and health consulting, which one is more closely associated with this course? So when you say venture capital was not mentioned under the career destination, what does that mean? It means you would like to work in a bank. If they're like some sort of follow-up to their question so I can understand it well, so I can give you the right answer. So I'm curious between the venture capital and healthcare consulting, which one is more closely associated with this course? Well, the healthcare consulting is basically a position. So you can be a consultant, you can work in a bank, and you can work to support this industry. But I don't really understand the question very well. So can you please retype it? And I'm more than happy to read it again. So I will understand the question. Answering the question depends on understanding the question. So I need to understand the question. We've got here, I will keep that question open. So if you just amend it and resend it. Will there be any placement services after the course? As I said, the placement is not part of the delivery of the course, but we always offer support to students, and we give them all the opportunities to get them, anything from my side, recommendation letters, being able to use my contacts just to get you in touch with people. I would really help you to get that for you. But of course, it is not part of the course. So I'll make this clearly mentioned and explained here. So thank you so much for the session. Are there elective modules offered in the course? That's a very good question. Anesthesia, we are basically offering in 2024, actually, we have another module that will be elective. So you have to choose in term 2, whether the pharma startup or commercialization of research ideas. So we have 2 modules available. You can choose one of them. So the pharma startup is delivered by the School of Pharmacy. And you will be engaged with other students from different courses, and that will also expand. And that is also applicable for the commercialization of research ideas. That is also elective, and it is offered for many students as well. So that will give you more insights about the module. That's a very good question. Is the personal statement must be strictly limited to 1 page? Thanks for answering. I would say no. You can write as much as you want, but my recommendation to write a personal statement, it shouldn't exceed one page and a half. That's being an employer, being in the interview panel several times, reading a very long personal statement would not really help. So make it, as I said, very concise and very crisp in the approach, please, in writing the personal statement. And that's a very good exercise, to be honest. At the starting point, why do you want to join? Who are you, and why do you want to join? What are few shots things I should include in the application to meet the acceptance criteria? What are the things that I should include in my application to meet the acceptance criteria? So what you need is, as an international student, I'm assuming that you need the certificate, you need the personal statement, you need the IELTS, you also need a copy of your passport. You also need, Selena, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anything missing. You also need the transcript, referees, recommendation letter from one of the academics, or maybe from your employer. So all these will be all put in one folder for me to read. You will have once the application portal is open, you can check, and that will tell you exactly what do you need to upload. So again, sorry, my question was nothing. I was wondering, after completing the course, is it possible to pursue a career in venture? Yes, you can. There is now currently, after the Silicon Valley, I'm not sure if you're aware of the Silicon Valley, in spring this year. You know about it in America? Maybe you don't, but we will teach you that. Don't worry. So you can. The bank would be very keen, to have someone with your experience to understand how the management side of pharmaceuticals are going to work. So how would they fund you if they don't know your type of business? And that's really important, actually. And getting the investors to think about your idea and the extent to which your idea will be profitable and sustainable, that will be an important question. So yes, you can pursue a career in venture capital. Okay. We've got more questions. Any more questions? There we go. Just to confirm, I have done my bachelor degree in the UK. I don't need, so I don't want to go into details, Maria. Was your bachelor degree, how old is your bachelor degree? When did you graduate? If you graduated before the 2001, then just graduate, you don't need IELTS, Maria. You don't need IELTS. You just make the application. Because you've got your first degree here in the UK, and IELTS is only just to confirm that you will not struggle with English when you join. How can I apply for scholarships, and what do they look for? It's a very good question. So after you make the application, you need to secure a place first in the course. And when you secure a place in the course, there are some links to the application process. A lot of these are literally a statement. So there are two statements to write. The first one is for the application, is why you should be selected to join this, why this course is important to you, what future that you're. Can you hear me? They say your internet connection is unstable. I hope you can hear me. So they will gonna ask you, why do you want to apply for this for more that I'm gonna read. For the scholarship, the statement will be different. So you would say, I have been, doing this job since a very long time. I've been a leader. I've been leading teams. I would like to apply for the Health Leadership Fund. So that's how it should be. And you write this statement. The statement will be evaluated by a panel, and the panel will agree which one of you are eligible, for that type of scholarship. So here, holding a bachelor's degree in pharmacy, what would you suggest the minimum GPA should be? So the minimum overall qualification is literally based on the country. I don't know which country you're from, but the admission team are great. The teams, they look after all countries. They will evaluate your certificate. They will validate your undergrad degree. They will validate the institution that you were graduated from, and they will also look at the overall marks. They will tell us. So if we are going for the 2-1, that means you should be in the merit. So it depends actually on the certificate. So we need to have a look at your certificate before I can answer. I need to look at the certificate. I need to see which country you're calling me or you're emailing me from, which university you graduated from, and then I will be able to give you an accurate answer. Or maybe you can email the admissions directly about that. Or maybe you can just submit an application and see how it goes because they will get back to you. May I submit my application without IELTS? Could I get conditional offer? Thank you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I understand that you want to secure a place. Just for your info, last year we've got about 62 students joining the course. This year is 126 students. So there's a very, very, very high demand. The sooner that you secure a place will be better, because we unfortunately close this course, way earlier because of the number of students who would like to join it. So you can submit your application without IELTS. You will receive conditional offer with IELTS. But of course, you have to put that in mind. You have to plan it ahead and think, right, I would like to do the IELTS as soon as possible. So when do admissions close? We aim for March, and sometimes we extended that to May, June. But of course, all the offers should be converted to unconditional offers by July. So you'll be able to apply for the visa, and you will be able to join the course on time in September. Okay. Any more questions? We still have another 12 minutes for more questions. There we go. So is the submission of the mark sheets allowed if you haven't graduated yet and don't have? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Please do submit. There are so many cases where the students would like to secure a place in this course before graduation. You will receive a conditional offer subject to achieving this overall in this course, and once you have the final transcripts, then you can join us. Then that should be absolutely fine. Just focus on your personal statement, though. Any more questions? We still have about 11 minutes, 10 minutes. You were great. You were very engaging. 11 participants with 23 questions. That's really brilliant. Do you have any more questions? You can raise your hand and speak if you want. I don't mind. There we go. Thank you for being so. Thank you very much for joining. Yes, I would like to make a change to this industry. That's my objective. I would like to make a change to the extent to which this industry can be sustainable. And the only way of doing that is to teach the fresh or the new leaders of what's needs to be done to sustain that industry. It's a very important industry for the future. So that will be probably it. If you have any questions, you probably don't hesitate to email me. Oh, there we go. More questions before I finish. How intense is the class when you're considering having a side job and supporting our finance during the study? The intense is the class. Do you number of students in the classroom, or do you mean the number of days? What is the question? I'm just Citra. Can you just clarify before I answer? I'm more than happy to answer all these three questions. But if you are basically interested in one of them, I will highlight it more. So let me know before I answer it. Are all lectures at UCL is just for curiosity? Yes, Maria. Except those are delivered in the school in Bloomsbury in term 2. So in term 2, we've got commercialization of research ideas and pharma startup. Maria, they are in the School of Pharmacy and the School of Health in Bloomsbury. That's the only exception, and that will be only in term 2. And these two modules are option modules. The reason why we have these outside UCLs is just to go out and see other type of students and other classes in different buildings. Could you advise if it is worth mentioning the undergrad dissertation topic in the personal statement? Yes, by all means. It's your statement. Anesthesia is basically, what do you really want me to know about you? It's just like you're introducing yourself. If the undergrad dissertation topic is very relevant and it will give you a comparative advantage over others, then that's perfect. If not, you can just put it in one line to say, I've done my research into this, and that encouraged me to do this and this and this. So very good question. Really engaging team. Very good. I like that. This is really cool. So the lecturer schedule, so let's go back to the Citra's question, the lecturer schedule and projects. I'm wondering if there is still possible pursuing the degree while still working. If you are working full-time, I would say this is extremely difficult. I would say go for part-time. We've got 2 students doing part-time course this year. One of them is working in a very big pharmaceutical company, and the other one is working in a small medium enterprise. So if you are basically doing this, if you're doing this job full-time, I would strongly encourage you to do the course part-time. The schedule of the lecturers are basically vary, in term 1 and term 2. We aim just to put the students a maximum of 4 days a week, but if you're doing this part-time, then there will be 2 days a week max. My worry is if you would like to continue work full-time and study full-time, then that would be a bit tough on you, because we're expecting students to spend time reading materials before the seminars and before the lectures. Regarding the lectures, we have the lectures and we have the seminars. The lectures are delivered one way, as you know. We have recorded lectures. We have the seminars engaging with the students, a maximum of 30 per seminar. So there will be high demand for the course, and there will be high expectations from us as well. Does that answer your question, Citra, or do you need to elaborate more, or do you want me to speak more about something else? All right, thank you very much. Any more questions? We still have about 5 minutes. There we go. I'm currently a medical scientific liaison in Indonesia, and also a medical doctor. I have high interest in transitioning into management side of pharma industry. Will this be an engaging reason? Yes, indeed. Yes, changing careers. I've changed my career several times. Being from pharmacist into a manager, and then to leading the FMCG, and then being an academic, and then teaching, and deputy director for education. This is, this is quite engaging, and it's very interesting. You will see things differently when you change careers, actually. And this will be a very good reason why do you want to come and study. It's actually most of us, we would go to these type of courses because we would like to change our careers. We would like to change our perception. We would like to change our lives. And I think, these type of courses are practice oriented, where after graduation, you won't feel you're much different in experience for those who are already starting in pharma industry. That's a very good question. Any more questions? We still have another 4 minutes. Well, if you don't have any questions, just put your thumbs up and put that in the question. So I will see that you're all happy with things. Thank you very much, Maria. Very helpful. So if you need, and if you need to discuss anything with me, or you need any support, my aim, I aim to help you to choose the right direction for you and to choose the right course for you. That would help you and help your career future. Thank you very much for joining today, and I hope that's really helpful, and looking forward to seeing you again. All the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.